Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 328 of our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. Today we are going to run through step one. We're going to start on step one, and between now and the end of November, the end of the month, we are going to apply each step of our 7-step goal process to an area or aspect in our life, to the most, maybe not the most important, but one goal that we select that we want to make sure that we get nailed down by the end of the year, that we achieve this goal and objective. So I thought about, as we've gone through this month, the different 9 areas and aspects of my life, and I thought about the goals, and we reviewed and did a summary of each one. And I realized that there were 2 areas I had kind of dropped the ball in. One was financial, my financial goal for this year that I had discussed in the challenge, as well as my spiritual goal for this year's challenge. And so since contribution was just last month in October, I decided I would take my contribution goal and combine it with my financial and my spiritual goal and put them all together to create an overarching goal that hits all 3 areas that I can achieve by the end of this year. Now, will I achieve the absolute positive outcome and ultimate end result I want in this area by combining these? No, but I will get a huge start, and I will get the framework set up for achieving this goal and making sure I achieve this goal going forward in my life next year and beyond. So our first step of our process is, of course, to identify our current story and our current situation. Our current story or situation are interchangeable, right? Our situation is the story that we tell ourselves about something that's going on in our life. So the goal that I talked about in contribution was setting up a nonprofit for blind, to help the blind people, legally blind like me, and totally blind people, get the help, the resources, the information, everything that they need in order to create the life that they want, just like people that can see. So my current situation is I've done very little on that, because this month's been a very busy month when it comes to life, holidays, working with clients, wrapping up the end of the year for their goals, as well as family things. So the story I'm going to tell myself today for current, I'm going to use the tool, the journalistic framework tool, at least that's what I call it, the who, what, where, when, why, and how framework to describe my current situation. And then I'm going to use that same framework to describe my desired situation. So I can start to create the tension between where I am and where I want to be with respect to this goal, creating this nonprofit for primarily to help blind people, right? Maybe I'll expand it to help people with chronic pain or to help people with other disabilities, but I'm going to begin with specifically focusing on helping people that are visually challenged like I am. Why? Because I haven't done a whole lot of things to research and figure out what is available and what could help me to lead a better life, to make my life a whole lot easier and simpler than it is by me just continuing to do what I've always done and plug along and try to figure out things along the way as they happen or as they become a bigger enough challenge for me that I need to come up with a solution. So what's our action item today? Pick up, if you haven't already picked a goal that you want to focus on and work on and apply this goal process to. That's, of course, your first step. Then apply step 1. What's your current story? What's your desired story? You can use a journalistic framework like I am, or you can think back to the other tools that we've used for telling our story this year. And if you need more help with that, of course, in the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page, there are dozens of challenges that we've done there. Every other month in 2020 and 2021, I did a 30+ day challenge and included, I talked about these topics and about using the SOAP framework. And of course, the first step of the SOAP framework is the same as the first step of our goal process. You got to know where you are and where you want to be in order to determine how you're going to get there. That's always the first step. So usually the first step is, what am I going to work on? What do I want my outcome to be? And then you say, okay, well, this is what I really want my outcome to be. This is what it is right now, or this is what my situation is right now. And it depends on you. Sometimes, depending on the goal or the objective, I just start with my current situation and then I identify my desired situation. Other times, I know clearly in my mind what I want my outcome and my desired goal and situation to be. And so I write that out and envision that first. And then I go back and I say, okay, but really, where am I on this? Where am I on setting up this blind nonprofit? Not very far along. Okay, so I have a lot of work to do between now and the end of the year, personally, as well as all my other obligations and things and commitments. I like to call them commitments, not obligations. We are obligated to take care of ourselves beyond and become the best possible version of a human being we can. Beyond that, everything else is optional and set by our own priorities and experiences. All right, if I can help you with this in any way, ask, just ask. Please, please ask. Otherwise, of course, there's a write-up in Guide 17 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page. You have to join that page because we don't want spam on it. And I've had a couple people that don't answer the questions and I don't let them in. Sometimes I can message them back depending on the Facebook changes of the day. Other times I can't. All right. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.